Morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? I hope you're well. It is Friday, the 10th of May, and I'm back here with another live stream, my Friday live stream. And today I'm going to round up about intermittent fasting, and I'm going to share with you my experience of building intermittent fasting into my lifestyle, and which has really been significant in helping me to lose 124 pounds today. So before we get started, a huge welcome to you. Thank you for being here. If you are new to my channel, then thank you for coming and spending a little time out with me today. My name is Angela, and here on this channel we're a lifestyle channel, so we do all sorts of things related to a fun, happy, interactive, healthy lifestyle. We do shopping hauls, clothing hauls, beauty hauls, food hauls. We do a little bit of gardening, we do some cooking, we talk about the weight loss journey, and we do a lot of chit chat as well. And I tend to, as often as I can, do like to do a live first thing in the morning. And I had one of my lovely followers said yesterday that they really enjoy the lives in the morning, particularly. Well, they enjoy all the lives, and they really enjoy the shopping hauls, but they particularly enjoy the lives at the top of the morning at this time, which I thought was really lovely. They said it was because it's their connection with me and someone in the outside world, and I love that, and I totally get that because, you know, if you live on your own, it's easy to become isolated. And I know I've had periods through illness and working at home where it could be days before I interacted with another human, literally. So I totally get that. So I'm happy to be here, and it's great to have you with me today. So guys, before we get into wrapping up about intermittent fasting, I just want to give a really big shout out to everybody that has been supporting my channel in various ways. Whether you are a member of the channel, I really thank you for your support. Thank you for being here and watching my videos, but more importantly, thank you to everybody who's listened to my pleas, and you know, when I've asked you to help me build my watch time by just clicking on hopefully a longer video or live stream and just letting it run, it's making a massive difference, and I really appreciate that. And I'll tell you the reason why. So my next target is 4,000 watch hours, and at 4,000 watch hours, that's the point at which this channel will be monetized. Now, because we're a very small channel, minute channel, I can assure you this channel is not going to be raking in thousands and thousands of pounds every month that other channels do. I'll be lucky if I make £1. Yeah, seriously, I'll be lucky if this channel earns £1, because we're not a big channel. We've got 1,300 subscribers, but it's not even the subscribers that makes the difference. It's the amount of people that watch your videos, and at the moment my watch count is low. So you know, the channels that are making 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 pounds are those with, like, you know, hundreds of thousands of views, even millions of views on one video, and you know, we're not even nowhere close. So I'm not going to be making any money off the channel. However, if I don't hit that 4,000 hours, what that means is the channel won't hit that monetization standard. So on the 15th of May, if I don't hit that, then the clock goes back to 0. And I have to do another year. I have to hit that 4,000 hours within another year. I have another year to hit that before I can be monetized. And I can tell you that this is the 3rd year that this channel hasn't hit that watch hour, for 3rd year. And I'm kind of like, I really don't know if I've got the strength and the energy to do another year trying to build my watch hours. I honestly don't know, because it takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of planning. And I switched from creating videos because it's just too intensive to plan out a video, to record it, then to edit it. It was just too time intensive. And that's why I switched to live streams. And the quality of the live streams isn't as good, because if I make a mistake, like now, how I'm playing with my hair, if it was a video, I could edit that out. And I'd be in my home office where I haven't got all the background distractions. So it's a smoother, better quality. But because I just don't have the time, that's why I do live streams, because it means that I could come to you virtually every day, sometimes twice a day. But because the quality isn't there, the channel is experiencing very, very, very slow growth. So, and that's why we're not growing as fast as we should. So because we're not growing, I'm not getting the watch hours. So I've got 5 days in which to get, as it stands, 120 watch hours. Good morning, Vic. Good morning. Thank you for being here with me. So as I say, guys, I've got 5 days in which to get 125 watch hours. And at the moment, I tend to average about 20 hours a day, which would typically mean that I would miss my watch hour, watch that milestone. So if you've been, leaning into my pleas to watch a couple of videos, let them run, some of the longer videos, and let them run, I thank you. I really, truly thank you. And I really appreciate your support. But I would just ask you just to keep doing that, just to find a video you've not watched before and just let it run right to the end, preferably a couple of long videos. Watch them in, whilst you're cooking, whilst you're gardening. You don't even have to watch them, you don't have to even listen to them, guys. Just find a couple of videos you've not watched, and just, or a playlist is even better. Choose a playlist and just let it run, and that way it builds the watch hours. And hopefully I can hit my 4,000 watch hours in the next 5 days. And if I don't hit that, I'm going to have to really sit back and have a think about how I go forward. And that's on me, that's not on you. Because it's tough. And especially when you're so close. Thank you, Vic. Thank you, my darling. I really, really appreciate that. So yeah, guys, if whatever point you come in to watch this video today, I would just ask you, just please just find a couple of videos that you haven't watched, especially the longer ones, and just let it run to help it build that watch hour. Yeah, because it would be such a shame if I missed that by literally a day or two. It really would be. So yeah, my please go out to you. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to wrap up this week about intermittent fasting. This is my fourth day now. We've talked about what intermittent fasting is, the benefits of it. We've talked about the different intermittent fasting patterns, how to get started on intermittent fasting, and yesterday I talked about the foods to eat whilst intermittent fasting. So today I'm going to share with you the benefits that I've personally gained from doing intermittent fasting, and a little bit about my intermittent fasting journey. So for me, intermittent fasting has become my lifestyle. The same way that I get up in the morning, I run my bath, I make my bed, I get clean, I get dressed, I feed the cats, get my lunch, and off to work. That is my lifestyle, and so is intermittent fasting now. With intermittent fasting, it's become such a lifestyle. It's now 8:30, not hungry at all, not at all. I'm a little bit thirsty, so I will get some, a drink in when I get in the office, but not hungry whatsoever. And a couple of weeks ago, you would have noticed that when I had started this new job and I had to change my eating patterns, and I was hungry in the morning, I ate. I didn't think, oh, I can't eat till 12 o'clock. I was like, no, that's ridiculous. I'm going to eat. And then I just started slowly pushing it back, eating a little bit later. I remember when I started the job, I'd be like 7 o'clock. I'd be downstairs in the kitchen prepping my lunch, and I was like having my breakfast. But now that doesn't happen, because bit by bit, day by day, just pushing that time back. So now my body is so used to having a first break at about 10:30, 11 when I was on training, and having something small to eat. But now that I've pushed it back, it's 12 o'clock is when I will first have something to eat. And even at this point now, this week, I've really had to force myself to eat something. Not because it's about the eating window, but it's about fueling my body. But yeah, and that's why for me 2 meals a day works really well, because by the time I do have my lunch, which is usually nearer, now that the weather has been lovely, I go for a walk, and then sometimes I buy a lunch. Like yesterday I bought a sandwich from Greg's, which is really nice, chicken and bacon sandwich, absolutely delicious. So I'll go for a walk, and then I come back to the office and I'll eat, which is either the sandwich or whatever I've bought from in the shops for lunch, or whatever I've made and brought in, and I'll have that. But it's usually nearer the 1 o'clock, and then that's it. That's all I eat at work, and then I get home, and then I'll have my evening meal. So 2 meals a day work really well for me. However, I am thinking about pushing that and doing just 1 meal a day. Now, this isn't something I recommend for everybody. If you do want to change your eating pattern, then definitely talk to your medical practitioner and get some advice. So I'm not suggesting that, anybody just starts going down to 1 meal a day, because it might not be right for you. And in fact, I'm pretty sure it's not right for most people. But because I've been practicing intermittent fasting for such a long time, and I'm now very comfortable at 2 meals a day. I feel that because I'm having 2 meals a day and I'm just not hungry, I don't want to get into the pattern where I'm eating because I have to eat or because it's the eating window. I really want to tune into my body and listen to my body and eat when my body tells me that it needs fuel. So because of that, and I'm being totally honest here, I like to be really transparent, I am thinking about doing 1 meal a day. But I'm not going to plan it as, oh, I'm going to do it next Thursday. No, I am going to just allow my body to dictate that. So it's going to be planned but unstructured. So when my body says I don't need any food till 3 o'clock, I will go with that. And then if my body then says I don't need any more food for the rest of the day, I will go with that. And that will be my 1 meal a day. And that is exactly what happened when I was doing, how I ended up doing 2 meals a day. It wasn't a conscious thing thinking, right, today I'm just going to do 2 meals a day. It wasn't like that, because I think for me, if I started thinking like that, I would be thinking about food and would want to eat. But I just listen to my body, and that's all part of intuitive eating. Intuitive eating is saying, let me just listen to what my body is saying and what my body is asking for. And I will say that is a real skill, and it takes a long time to practice that, because we have so much noise around us. Media and TV and social media. We're on our apps, we've got our family, our friends, our children, work. There's just so much happening in our environment. I think what we've learned to listen to our bodies. We've kind of shut the noise off from our bodies, because sometimes, I'm sure you're probably with me on this, is that we feel thirsty, and we feel thirsty, but we don't give our bodies that hydration that we need. Or we feel tired and we don't give our bodies the rest that it needs. Or we might have a headache, or we feel a headache coming on, but we don't listen to our bodies and deal with that. And then the headache's worse and worse and worse. We don't listen, we don't tune in. And it's the same with our food and our energy body. It's really important to listen. And that's why, for me, I was just feeling really uncomfortable with some of these weight loss programs that were like, this is your points, and you eat those points. And I'm like, no, I don't want to eat when I'm hungry just because I've got points or sins or calories left over. I want to listen to my body. So yeah, intuitive eating, really important. And maybe next week I'll do a series about intuitive eating. Yeah, let me know when I upload this video. Just leave a comment for me and let me know if you want me to do like a mini series about intuitive eating, how to get started and how that works. When I started listening to my body, just listening to what my body needed, I was like, actually, I don't need to eat at 8 o'clock. I don't need to eat at 9 o'clock. My body's saying it's got enough energy, it's got enough fat. Because the thing is, we've been conditioned to eat regularly and to overeat, and our bodies often doesn't need it because we've got plenty of food. Well, I've got plenty of food already stored on my body. Yeah, it's all over in the form of fat, and our bodies will turn to that for energy. I'm gonna work up to 1 meal a day. but it's not going to be on a specific day or time. It's just going to naturally happen, and when I do that, I will let you know. But in the meantime, especially seeing as the weather is nice, as you see, I'm in my sunglasses. These are my sunglasses from Poundland. This is another one I got from there, and these were £3.50 from Poundland. Not Poundland, Primark, sorry, from Primark. So yeah, so especially when the weather's warm like this, really important to listen to your body and to keep hydrated. And at the moment, that's what my body is saying. My body is saying it doesn't need food, it needs water, it needs a drink. So as soon as I get in the office, I'm gonna wash my water bottle, fill it up, and have a good drink of water. And after I've probably drank about half my bottle, so about half a litre, then I'm going to have my tea or coffee. But what my body is saying is it needs water. Now, back in the day, before I learned to listen to my body, I would have eaten. I was like, right, I need to fill my body, let me fill it with food. But it's now that I've learned to listen, it's water, it's hydration that my body needs. So yeah, intermittent fasting for me has been a journey. It's not something that I beat myself up over. As you know, if one evening it's 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock and I haven't eaten and my body is saying it needs food, I will eat. It's not like not eating after 8 and I'm going to starve. No, I try my very hardest to eat by 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at the absolute latest. But there have been a couple of occasions where I've just had to change that. Yeah. And likewise at the top of the day, as you saw when I was starting my new job, it went from 12 o'clock right back down to 7 o'clock. But that was okay. No need to beat myself up, just work back to it, yeah, and make it flexible. And that is the beauty of it. And all the time that I'm doing that, my body is saying, thank you for listening to me. Thank you for not dumping more food into me. I'm going to burn up the food that you put into me last week, last month, last year, which got stored as fat. I'm going to burn that up as energy to keep you going. Yeah. And then when I do it, getting it as nutritious as possible to get all of those, macronutrients and minerals and vitamins that my body needs to continue to grow and to fill my body with that. So yeah, so there we go, guys. That's a little bit about my intermittent fasting journey. I hope you found the past 4 days of value, where I've sort of done little snippets about intermittent fasting. It's really easy. It can work with any plan, any program that you're doing, because it's not about what you eat or what you eat or how you eat. It's about the time that you eat, so it can work with anything. So I'm going to do perhaps more structured sessions around intermittent fasting in the future, but for now, if you want any medical advice, I do recommend checking out Dr. Jason Fung or Dr. Minzy Peltz. They are two of the modern day pioneers for intermittent fasting. So yeah, feel free to check them out for that, the medical background to it, because it's amazing. Dr. Minzy Peltz talks a lot about hormones and how that impacts a woman, and Dr. Jason Fung talks about things like autophagy, and the body cleaning itself, healing itself and ridding itself of so many illnesses and diseases, such as type 2 diabetes and certain cancers, as a result of allowing our bodies to rest and not eat, to digest its food. And yeah, he said do check that out. And I do obviously talk about that because I'm not medically trained, so I don't want to venture into a field that is not my my forte. So if you need that information around that, definitely do listen to Dr. Jason Fung or Dr. Minzy Peltz. And as I say, next week, if you want me to talk about intuitive eating, then let me know. Leave a comment in the comment section if you want me to do that. And if you don't, that's fine. Don't leave a comment and I'll talk about, you know, something else. But, you know, I want to produce content that is of value to you. So do let me know, guys. Okay, so I've got 4 minutes to whiz around the corner and get into the office and to start my day. So thank you so much for being here with me. It's an absolutely beautiful day. So whatever you're doing, do enjoy it. And as I, you know, if you've not watched this video from the top, I would ask that if you could just take a moment and watch it from the top and hear my pleas. If you could just watch another couple of videos, maybe a few longer ones, and just let it run, or choose a playlist and just let the playlist run, so that I can hit that milestone, because the last thing I would want to do is just to not continue with the channel because I haven't produced the content that you want to watch, and I miss that 4,000 watch hours, and I've got 5 days, well, 4 days really, yeah, to hit that. So yeah, if you could help me, I would really appreciate that. Okay guys, that's it for me. I need to get into the office and get to work. Yeah, do you know what, I might even see you at lunchtime, because I go for a little walk and there's a lovely church with a churchyard, and I've often passed it and thought, oh, do you know what, that'd be a really nice place to sit, eat my lunch, and also do a live. So I might see you at lunchtime. Yeah, anyway guys, have a lovely day. I'll see you soon. Take care now.